Right, we told you we'd bring you up to date with the transfer news, and we are going to do just that because Arsenal have signed.
The cameras were flashing, the fans chanting, and the Arsenal crest shining brightly in the summer sun as Eberechi stepped into the Emirates Stadium, his name already echoing through the terraces. After weeks of speculation, cryptic hints on social media, and endless transfer drama, the deal was finally done. Eze had signed for Arsenal in a blockbuster move that sent shockwaves across English football and beyond. But it wasn't just the transfer that left fans buzzing, it was what he said moments after the unveiling. Standing proudly in front of the cameras, draped in the red and white of Arsenal, Eze smiled and said just 3 words, "Let us make history." 3 simple words, but with them, he stirred the hearts of Gunners fans around the world. Social media exploded within minutes. Those words, now immortalized in a club tweet, were reshared thousands of times, printed on t-shirts, and even painted onto fan-made banners. Eze wasn't just making a move, he was making a statement. He wasn't here to merely play football. He was here to carve a legacy. To follow in the footsteps of Dennis Bergkamp, Robert Pires, Mesut Ozil, and Thierry Henry. And with the iconic number 10 shirt now draped on his back, a number once worn by the wizard Ozil, expectations had never been higher. His arrival at London Colney for his first official interview was met with excitement and fanfare. The club's media team captured every second. The moment he stepped into the changing room, ran his hands across the badge, and stared at his new shirt with quiet pride. And then, when asked what message he had for the fans, those 3 words came. Let us make history. It wasn't rehearsed. It wasn't flashy. But it was powerful. It captured the hunger and ambition of a young footballer ready to rise to the occasion. In his first full interview, Eze expanded on that message. I know what this club means. I know the legacy that comes with this badge. I didn't come here to just be part of the team. I came here to make an impact, to bring trophies, to fight for this club. Arsenal is home now, and I want to write my name in its history. Mikel Arteta, speaking to the press later that day, was full of praise. We've tracked Eberechi for a long time. His creativity, his composure on the ball, his ability to break lines and open up defenses, those are qualities that fit perfectly with our style of play. But what impressed me most was his mentality. He wants to be great. He wants to push this team to the next level. That's the type of player we want at Arsenal. Fans didn't need convincing. They had already seen what Eze could do. His dazzling performances for Crystal Palace had long made him a fan favorite in the Premier League. But now, at Arsenal, under the spotlight, wearing the most prestigious shirt at the club, it was time for the next chapter. As he stepped onto the training pitch for the first time, Eze was greeted with open arms. Martin Odegaard, the club captain, wrapped him in a warm embrace. Declan Rice clapped him on the back. Bukayo Saka joked and welcomed him to the squad. Even new strike partner Victor Gyökeres, who joined Arsenal just weeks earlier, looked visibly excited to link up with the talented midfielder. And from the very first drill, Eze looked right at home. His touch was clean, his movement fluid, and his vision already causing problems for the defenders in small-sided games. He threaded through balls between the lines, weaved around players with ease, and linked up beautifully with Saka on the right and Gyökeres up top. Then, in a moment that sent fans into a frenzy, he curled a long-range screamer into the top corner, prompting cheers from his teammates and applause from Arteta himself. Just warming up, Eze laughed after the session. I've got more of that coming. Indeed, the fans could sense it. There was something different about this signing. This wasn't a gamble or a development project. This was a player ready to take center stage, ready to carry the pressure, and ready to deliver. Wasn't intimidated by the weight of the number 10 shirt. He embraced it. Outside the training ground, dozens of fans waited patiently for a glimpse of their new star. Didn't disappoint. He stayed behind to sign autographs, pose for selfies, and greet supporters, many of whom had chanted his name during his Palace days and were thrilled to see him in red and white. The scenes were electric, the excitement palpable. Arsenal's fan base, diverse, global, passionate, had rallied around their new signing with an enthusiasm rarely seen in recent years. While other clubs splashed money on big names, Arsenal had made a statement signing a young, Premier League proven talent with flair, hunger, and heart. Journalists have already begun debating where will fit in the Arsenal lineup. Will he play behind the striker in a central attacking role, orchestrating play like a Odegaard? Will he drift wide, cutting inside onto his stronger foot and creating havoc in the half spaces? Or will Arteta deploy a flexible system, rotating him with the likes of Smith Rowe, Trossard, and Fabio Vieira? One thing is certain, adds a new dimension to this Arsenal side. He brings unpredictability, creativity, and a fearless swagger. And more than that, he brings belief. The kind of belief that fans feed off, that players build around, and that teams need to push for titles. As the days roll on and pre-season kicks into gear, the countdown has already begun. Arsenal's first Premier League fixture is just around the corner, and the buzz is reaching fever pitch. His name is on everyone's lips. His shirt is flying off the shelves. His highlight reels are all over social media. And that phrase, "let us make history," has already become a rallying cry for Gunners everywhere. And perhaps that's the most remarkable part of this signing. Not just the talent. Not just the goals or assists, but the mindset. The readiness to embrace the challenge. The hunger to win. The dream of etching his name in Arsenal folklore. Emirates has arrived. And with just 3 words, he has already won the hearts of millions. Let us make history.